My child, stop for a moment. Do not turn away and do not let your mind wander to the next thing. I need you to hear me right now because this message is not late. It is not by accident. It was set apart for this exact moment and I need you to receive it. I am speaking to you because something just shifted. You shocked me. Yes, you. You finally did it. Do not doubt those words or try to make this moment smaller than it is. Instead, pay close attention to my voice. I'm not surprised because I didn't know what you could do. I'm not surprised because I had doubts about you before. I'm talking this way because you finally believed what I wanted you to believe. You did something when fear was still loud. Even though your hands were shaking, you chose faith. Heaven saw that you finally did what you kept putting off. This is important right now. Not tomorrow or someday. Right now. But I have to be honest with you, too. And I will. This word almost didn't get to you for a reason. This was something the enemy didn't want you to hear. He wanted you to be busy. He wanted you to keep going from empty thing to empty thing because what I'm about to say will make him look bad. He has been against you in ways you didn't even know about in what you do, what you think, and who you let close to you. He has been lying to you and telling you that I can't use you because you are too weak, broken, and far gone. As time went on, you began to believe it. He wants you to stay stuck, defeated, and unable to see what I put inside you. But listen to what I have to say, the truth. If my child stands strong, the enemy can't hurt them. He can make you want to do something. He's honest. He can't hurt you, though, unless you give him the key. There are two things in this message, and you need both of them. It makes me happy because you finally moved. And it has my warning on it because you need to watch out for what you just stepped into. There's a door open and every door that's open gets two kinds of people. What I want to do and his plans. Don't be scared by that. This is not meant to scare you. It's my job to arm you. When a dad loves his kid, he doesn't just celebrate, he gets ready. I'll do both today. I don't want you to rush through this moment, so let me go back to it. Before you said yes, I saw you take a breath. When I saw you act, your mind was still full of things to think about. I saw you decide not to wait any longer for things to be perfect. Because of this, I need to talk to you quickly now because your days have been taken away by hesitation enough. And moving is what this season is all about. Do you have that feeling of fear and excitement in your chest? That is not a mess. That is waking up. There was finally some part of you that agreed with what I've been saying all this time. Don't let doubt creep in and change the story of this moment. I'm calling your attention to this right now. After every act of faith, doubt comes quickly. There was no real event. It will say the step was small, didn't change anything, and that you thought my hand was in it. Don't even think about listening to that voice. Follow me through this message to the end. Don't leave right away. This isn't noise. This is direction. And I have a lot more to say to you today. You're not behind. You've been comparing yourself to others for too long. So, I want you to hear that loud and clear. You thought you were moving too slowly after seeing how fast they were going. When you saw what they had grown, you felt empty. But I don't compare my kids to each other. My heart is judged by its own calling, and yours just did. You shocked me. Not because I didn't think much of you, but because you finally believed me enough to do something. It's one thing to know what a child can do and another thing to hear that child say yes. I've always known what you carry. You're starting to understand it now. Today that changed. Things are moving because you moved, not all at once. That's not how I usually work. But the ground beneath your feet has moved and things that were locked are now starting to come loose. Your spirit knew it even though you couldn't feel it with your hands yet. That is why you chose to listen here instead of 100 other places. So let my words sink in. Let them get to the closed-off parts of you that have been waiting a long time. There are old hurts in some of those rooms. Some hold questions you hadn't asked because it hurt too much to be quiet. Let me take you through those rooms one by one today. I will not leave any of them the way I found them. My child, this is just the start. The brave things you did, I plan to build up with strength. Truth, on the other hand, needs to be heard in order to be strong. Not the kind of listening where you just nod and move on. The kind that changes your life. So stop making noise. Put down what you were carrying when you got this word. We are the only ones on this part of the road from here on out. And I've been looking forward to this talk for a long time. I'm not in a hurry. And I won't talk over your head. I'm going to talk into it. Take deep breaths. Loosen your grip. What I'm about to show you has to do with the step you just took, the fight that went with it, and the road that leads past it. Today, I don't want to put you down in any way. It's all meant to keep you steady. So, pay attention to every word. Say amen right now if you're ready to listen to me. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel, your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. I need you to understand something very well right now. I saw everything. Not just the last time you moved, but every time before that. The ones that no one else saw. The ones you walked by yourself at night. I saw the nights you got stuck in bed thinking about the same things over and over again. I wondered why something that other people seemed to find easy was so hard for you. I saw the days when you smiled on the outside but were stuck and angry on the inside. You were never hidden from me. Not for 1 hour or 1 day. I saw that you were unsure and I didn't think less of you for it. It made sense to me. You weren't weak. You had more on you than you ever told anyone. You tried to be strong even though you were scared, let down, and had doubts about yourself. What if I fail? Was the question you asked yourself in the dark. What if I try and nothing changes? Was the fear that was just below it, but you never said it out loud. My child, I heard all of those thoughts, even the ones that were never voiced. There were times when you almost gave up on your own. You thought things like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I waited too long. Maybe I missed my window. I saw you back up when you were ready to take a step forward. I saw you take your time because you didn't want to be let down again. I stayed close though. I didn't rush you because the long time you had to wait taught your heart something that could not have been taught faster. You weren't ignoring me. Even when it seemed like nothing was going on, you were growing. I was quietly making you stronger. I was teaching you how to be strong. I was teaching you how to be smart. I worked on your heart so that when you did move, it would be because you wanted to, not because you felt like you had to. This is why I can so clearly remember when this moment came. This choice wasn't made at random. It was the harvest of everything you went through. I know there were times when you felt like even close friends and family didn't understand. You thought no one really understood how much it cost you to keep going, to choose hope one more time. I knew though. I kept track of all the times you stayed instead of leaving. I heard every prayer that sounded more like a sigh than a word. I answered more of them than you think. Pay close attention because I'm about to show you what really happened when you moved. That thing you did wasn't brave. Being smart, strong, or having everything figured out wasn't important. It had to do with alignment. As soon as you did something, even though you were still unsure, your heart agreed with what I said. That made everything different. You thought you had to be ready for a long time before you moved. You told yourself that first there had to be peace. Having faith had to come first. It was important to be clear first. But I never gave that order. The way I feel doesn't decide what I do. I answer to faith, and having faith does not mean not being afraid. If I have faith, I will choose me even when fear is talking. Being ready and being aligned are not the same thing. It's an emotion to feel ready. It comes and goes. Things will depend on how your week went, what people said, and whether things looked good. But alignment is a choice that comes from the heart. You will start to talk to me instead of your fear at that point. A lot of people wait years before they feel ready. While they wait, they walk right by the thing I had ready for them. You didn't follow that path. You picked movement over ease. You picked faith over being in charge. You need to let go of the idea that obedience has to be perfect in order to be strong. You thought your hesitation made you ineligible. You thought my doubt made me move more slowly. But I've always worked with flawed people who were willing to do what I asked. Moses and I had a fight at the bush that was on fire. Gideon asked me 3 times for proof. Peter sank in the water where he had the courage to walk. I used all of them. It never made a difference how clean the step looked. It was important that the step was taken. That's why heaven got upset when you did. Not because you were great, but because you believed in me enough to do something without expecting anything in return. I didn't keep anything from you at all. I was hoping that your choice would match what I had already put inside you, not making you suffer. Not running a test to see how long you can last. Waiting. The way a dad waits at the door with the key already out. Things began to change when that alignment took place. It's now easy to open doors that were hard to get to before. You got them not because you deserved them, but because you agreed with me. This doesn't mean that things will get easy all of a sudden. You are no longer stuck though. You're no longer going over the same lesson over and over. You crossed a line inside, and inside changes before outside does. I also want to tell you the truth about a lie you have known for too long. You thought I was mad at you for taking so long. I wasn't. You can't rush through growth or becoming an adult. It doesn't matter when you moved compared to other people. It's important that you finally moved with all your heart. I care more about how honest you are than how fast you are. Keep this truth in mind. You didn't move by yourself. You followed me when I moved. When things are lined up, momentum follows. This time is different from all the other times you tried to change. That's why it won't go to waste. Say, I believe if this word is getting to you right now, now I'm going to teach you something about what happened after you obeyed, because the last thing you did wasn't the end. It led somewhere. You are now in a different area. Also, new land needs to be held. You can lose ground you've gained if you don't watch out for it. So, pay close attention. I will show you how the enemy works and how to keep your heart free. But first, know what you need to do this season. It wants your hands to be open. You held on to your life tight for years. Watch over every part of it, stating that safety meant holding on to and that control meant peace. You were stuck because of that grip. The first step you took was to loosen it up. Now, I want you to loosen it up even more, because trust that doesn't cost anything doesn't make a difference. Before it got to you, everything you have went through my hands, how strong your body is when you stand up, the things you've done, the promise that got you through times when the numbers didn't make sense. You've never been able to carry yourself, even on days when you were sure you had everything with you. Keep in mind that this is not a burden. It gives you freedom, because a heart that knows where it comes from can let go without being afraid. My kid, I want you to put some of what you have down. On the altar of this work, there is something with real weight. As if gold were put on the scales of this calling, it should be a seed planted in deep water, a gift that is set on stone, not scared to speak up. This shows that you trust me to provide and that your heart is no longer attached to not having enough. When you let go with faith, it stays in your life. It moves ahead of you into the harvest. I'm getting ready for now. Listen up, because what I'm about to say will keep everything you started safe. The enemy also saw you take that step. And I want you to understand how he responds when one of my kids moves, because he doesn't usually say something out loud. A small thing is his answer. He doesn't have to hurt you. He only needs to turn you around a little. A little give and take. You tell yourself that a small choice doesn't really matter. A bad habit that you think you can control. A talk that you think is safe. He waits his turn. He can get you to agree to something bigger tomorrow. If he can get you to agree to something small today, his plan will work. And over time you will not be able to tell the difference between my will and your own thoughts. Maybe you don't need to worry about it since your life seems fine now. You still pray. You still get together with my people. But an open door doesn't have to look dangerous to be dangerous. A door that is open just needs time. He will make the most of the chance you give him. My word makes it clear. Keep your cool. Keep an eye out because your enemy stalks around like a roaring lion looking for someone to eat. It wasn't written as a suggestion. This is a warning from a dad who knows exactly how to find his kids. The lion doesn't go after the whole herd. It keeps an eye out for anyone who drifts to the edge. The person who stops being interested. I ask you now with love and without accusation, is there something in your life that you have been making sense of? Something that you defend too quickly when your conscience speaks up. It's something you know. You already knew it when I was done. Do not say that it is safe. Lock that door before the animal that is outside comes in and makes itself at home. This is what I'm saying because I remember what the enemy has already taken from you. I'm not going to let him take any more. You were called. You could feel it. You were hungry for me. Being sure that you were meant to make a difference. Then something changed. An eye-catcher. Damage. A failure, something that pulled you off the road and you never got back on your feet completely. That was not a coincidence. That was a plan. He didn't have to hurt you. He only had to make you quiet down to make you believe that your past makes you unfit so they could keep you busy down and distracted long enough that you couldn't speak because the child of mine who is down doesn't walk on purpose. If someone isn't sure of themselves, they never speak out loud. But listen to me. I've always liked you. While you were wandering, the calling I gave you did not end. I still call you. I still pick you. While you were down, the plans I made for you did not get given to someone else. They held out the way a field waits for winter. Under the surface, even when everything on the outside looks like it's done, there's still air in you. That means you can still get back what was stolen. Give it all back to me. Not really. Get hungry again like you were before you got hurt. Your skill is not what the enemy fears most. You are getting better. A child of mine who knows what they know now and gets back up is much more dangerous to his plans than one who never fell. Watch out for the new ground. Keep an eye on the little doors. Bring the thing that is hidden to my attention while it is still small. Because you know what happens when you feed it. What you want is not a big ask. It's what a dad tells his kid as he walks them through areas he knows very well. I can see every trap that is set for you. And I will tell you the names of all of them when the time comes. Keep this close for now. You took a step that made a door open that heaven loves and the enemy fears. Stay awake to keep it open. No one can take away what you keep with me. I need to talk about a subject that most of my kids won't let me bring up. I'd like to talk to you about what's not obvious, not to make you public, to set you free. Sin loves keeping things hidden. Things get stronger in the dark as they stay there longer. It could be a habit you've been trying to break for years. Maybe you'd feel bad if you told someone you had that thought. You might have told yourself that you can never tell anyone about something you did. The enemy gets close and whispers. People would stay away from you if they knew. He tells you to hide it. Do it by yourself. You are able to fix this. But listen to the truth. When you pray, hidden sin is what's pulling the foundations out from under you. Tell each other what you've done wrong and pray for each other so that you can get better. You won't get better as long as you try to protect what hurts you. It can't. That room's door is being watched over by you. I'd like to come in. Also, please understand that I already know this. I have never been able to figure out what you have hidden. You're not being asked to bring it up so that I can make you look bad. Telling the truth is where shame loses its power. So I ask, as soon as someone tells me something secret, it stops being a master and starts being a memory. I'm not waiting to judge you. I'm not ready to lift the weight yet. You have also been doing something else. And I say this in a gentle way. Stopping my warnings has been hard for you. It's not your nerves, that uneasy feeling you can't shake. That tug on your heart in the middle of a normal day. Or that quiet conviction that rises when you're about to make the same choice again. Yes, those are my soft words. I always speak softly first. Too many of my kids hear that voice and say, "It's not a big deal. Soon, I'll take care of it." The foothold turns into a fortress while they wait. It's too late to see the damage. The pattern is already very deep. If you don't listen to my warnings, you will get more than one punishment. It's far away. Prayers that seem to end at the ceiling and a heart that slowly stops being soft. The more you try to shut down my spirit, the less clear my voice gets to you. The reason you didn't hear me was because you trained yourself not to. People drift away from me in this way, but they never choose to leave. Not just one exciting moment, just 100 small refusals to pay attention. Today, I'm telling you this because I love you too much to let you drift off to sleep. No need to learn this the hard way. I'm going to raise my voice now because this is what happens when my kids don't listen to my warnings. I'm not leaving them, but I'm going to let the comfort go. And some of the things you've called suffering in your life were really just that. The broken heart, the letdown, and the door that shut on you. It wasn't random, and it wasn't mean. It was the moment when my voice finally reached you after being ignored for a long time in whispers. Some of you kept going after people I never sent you, stuck in old habits. There were many times I told you to leave, but you ignored them because I thought facing the truth would be too painful. I let the pain speak because you wouldn't listen. Not to hurt you, but to wake you up. It would hurt me more to break your comfort than to see you walk whole and happy into destruction. That's not being mean. That's the kindness of a dad who can see the edge of the cliff. You don't ask, why is this happening to me? If you are hurting right now, that question jumps around and doesn't land. Ask instead, what do you want me to understand? What do you want me to let go of? What did I not pay attention to? What pattern have I known for so long that I now think it's normal? When I look at pain, it turns into instruction. Ignoring pain leads to more of it. You will have the same lesson again, but this time it will look different. Taking this warning to heart and then going back to how things were is the worst thing you can do right now. Do not just nod your head at this word. A warning that makes people feel something but doesn't make them act is only half useful. So do something today, not tomorrow. Say the name of the thing that is hidden in front of me out loud. Then find one soul I can trust that walks with me and bring it into the light there, too. Because chains break more quickly when people are being honest. Along with the pattern you've been keeping safe, do not walk down a certain path if it always leads you to the same fall. This is true. Even if it cost you something to leave that path, after you're done, let me do something that I can only do. I don't give my kids halfway repairs. When I clean a heart, what I've already washed doesn't come up again and again. The accuser will keep trying to give you the old record. Turn it down. If I set you free, you are truly set free. There is no voice in earth or hell that can rechain what I have freed. You didn't understand why your progress always stops. You know where to look now. I never stopped moving. It was that something hidden kept turning the wheel. Give up and feel how the road feels when there is no one steering you in the dark. Now that I've cleaned up, I can do everything I promised. Don't be scared of it. You'll feel lighter after being honest like this for the first time in years. Let me show you why a lot of my kids start out well, but then get lost. Because the step you took needs to turn into a walk. And things that the world never celebrate hold a walk together. Anger is the first trap. A lot of my kids only follow me as far as their feelings take them. They pray when their hearts are warm. They wait for the warmth to come back when it's cold. But I never told you to go with your gut. You were told to follow me. The weather, sleep, and even just one word from someone else can change how you feel. Your loyalty will go up and down 100 times a year if it depends on them. Base your walk on choice, not emotion. The lack of discipline is the second trap. People tell you to do it whenever you want. Say no to yourself. Pick up your cross every day and follow me, my son. Every day, not when it's convenient. If you're not inspired, there is no faithful life without the simple tasks that no one sees. The soldier works out ahead of time, not during the battle. In the winter, the farmer plows the land, and in the summer he doesn't eat anything. Do not hate routine. Routines help me build the skills that come in handy in emergencies. The third trap is a spirit that is hungry. You can't be close to me and eat everything but my words at the same time. It says, man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from my mouth. Listen to useless noise all day and give me the leftovers. Don't be shocked if your faith starts to feel weak. Like a body, a spirit is what it eats. Take in the truth and you'll feel stronger again. I've already shown you how the fourth snare works. It's called compromise. You can't play with the thing I told you to put down while walking with me. You can't have two jobs at once. The heart that is split up is the heart that is tired. Always negotiating, always tired. Stop the compromise right there. When you only do half, the wound stays open. The fifth trap is a life of quiet prayer. You will drift if you don't pray. Will, not might. Pray without stopping, says my word. Because I don't want prayer to be a ritual. Because of it, we can stay in touch. The distance starts when the talking stops, and that's when every lie sounds okay. You don't need to use fancy words. Every day you need people who are honest. Listen to this and stop making excuses. Being faithful has never been about how intense you are. It has to do with being steady every day. Deny yourself. Take in my words. Talk to me all the time. That's the whole building plan. To sum up, living there costs a lot and is worth more than what it costs. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a job. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our COEF community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Now I have to deal with the enemy who stands in your way. I can see it now getting in the way of you taking the next step. Fear is its name. You're not paralyzed since I haven't moved. You can't move because fear told you not to. You did what it said. Figure out what your fear has been doing. Fear tells you that you're not ready. I tell you I'm already with you. Fear, snorts, tells you that you will fail. I promise to lead you. Fear makes us think of terrible things that have never happened. And you let those paintings keep you from real opportunities that were right in front of you. Listen to me. Every step you haven't taken yet. It wasn't because I hadn't called you. It was because fear took over your life. You thought its voice was wise. I never gave you a spirit of fear, though. This worried voice in your head going over disaster is not me and never was. Faith goes hungry when you feed fear. Fear goes away when faith grows. It's that clear. The enemy doesn't gain anything from power because he doesn't have any over you. He wins through your stillness, your silence, and your doubt. Every day you stay small, he wins. And the step you just took proved for sure that you don't have to listen to his voice while the sky falls. Don't forget that proof. Make use of it. You already know what I'm going to say, but there is one more thing in the way. That habit, the one you keep making a case for. You say you're ready for more, a calling, or a reason for living. I love how hungry you are, too. You can't fully step into your purpose. Though, if you're still with your poison, the one thing in question is not safe. It's making you weak. Your hearing gets worse. So, my voice is muffled when it gets to you. You can't do the work you keep asking me about because it makes you weak. I'm not keeping your goal from you. It's right in front of your own pattern. There's already one sign for you. You do not need to be sure again. You need to put it down. Trust me with the freedom you already have. If you want me to trust you with more, you'll be amazed at how quickly the fog clears the day you turn it off. Free will is not the first step to freedom. It starts when you stop giving reasons. I know these words hurt a lot. I press because the time is important and you can handle it now. This word would have killed you a year ago. It can build you today. That shows how much you've grown. Even though you couldn't see the growth, do not see any of this as the disappointment of a father. Take it as the trust of a father. I don't sharpen a tool that I'm going to put away. I don't cut back a branch that I've given up on. The vine dresser cuts the fruit-bearing branch so it can produce more fruit. Just the fact that I'm correcting you so carefully shows how seriously I take what I'm about to do through you. Lord, speak up. I trust you. If you're ready to stop doing things the old way, now calm down because after a warning comes a promise. I also keep every promise I make. What you began by obeying me, I will continue by being faithful. There is help for you along the way. You didn't have to take that first step forward by yourself. I care about what you care about and I finish what I let my kids start. Mark that on the front door of this new season. I finish what I start. I know you're already thinking about the future and trying to guess what will happen and when. I know how much you want to know for sure, but be quiet and listen. I don't tell everyone everything at once because trust grows over time. I'm only showing you the next step. I'm not giving you a map of the whole road. That's enough light. It's been enough all along. The lamp is for your feet, not the end of the world. Your obedience will not go to waste when you walk with me. I keep track of every brave act, quiet surrender, and unseen act of faithfulness. I am moving even when it seems like I am not making much progress. I work on the other side of doors even if they stay shut longer than you had hoped. You won't get there before the door opens, or the door will open before you do because of how I time things. I also promise you peace. Not the fragile kind that depends on how things go, but the kind that calms the heart while answers are still being thought out. When you keep choosing me, the old churn of anxiety will turn into a steady flow. When you feel it, pay attention. To be calm is not to be numb. That sound is the sign of alignment, the calm hum of a life that has given up fighting its maker. Know something about what's coming up. You have things planned for you that a younger version of you could not have had. Not because you were not valuable, but because weight needs a frame to carry it. If you're not ready for it, a blessing can turn into a burden. And I don't bless my kids until they fall down. That person can handle what's coming because they finally took action and chose faith even though fear was still screaming. Don't be jealous of people who got there faster. It's easy to arrive. The test is what's left. You didn't move after midnight. Listen to this and stop going over the years. The weight would have bent you if you had gone outside earlier. The restlessness would have turned into anger if you had waited longer. My timing is always right, even when it seems odd, and I'm not asking you to figure it out. Please don't use a calendar as a punishment for yourself. I never had anything against you. Now, because I love you, let me give you 3 warnings about this promise. They're small, but they make all the decisions. First, don't look for approval from people who can't understand what I said. Some people won't get why you moved when you did. Some will question when you're meeting. Some people will talk about their own fear as concern and give you advice based on that. I love them. Respect them. But don't let their doubt change how you should obey them. I didn't talk to them. I talked to you. A word sent to one heart doesn't usually make it through a committee. Second, don't judge your obedience by what happens right away. You will want to see results right away, get confirmation right away, and see changes right away. And if they don't show up on time, you should know that I was lying. Discipline, on the other hand, is shown by perseverance, not speed. Before anything grows above the soil, the seed you planted does what seeds do. It works in the dark, out of sight. Do not dig it up to see what's going on. Leave it where it is. Third, don't let the past pretend to be your home. There will be times when the old stillness seems easier than the weight of moving forward, and the memory of the familiar cage will feel warm. But don't forget how heavy that place was. Remember how restless you were, even though you thought it was peaceful. What I saved you from is not a safe place to stay. It only takes good pictures from far away. Don't go back to it just because you've been there before. It's not always safe to do what you know. Don't forget that rest and retreat are 2 different things. You're okay with being tired. You can take a break and breathe. But don't rest in the old ways. Rest in me. When the road seems long, lean on me. I never told you to do this by yourself, and I never will. You will get the strength you need tomorrow. The strength you have today is just for today. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening. Don't look at other people's speeds and judge them. I'm not making you look like another soul. I'm making you into the one design I had in mind when I made you. And no one else in the world got your assignment. You're going at a good speed. Your method is correct. I am strengthening the base even on the days you feel weak. I stay strong even when you doubt yourself. And it's not your steadiness that holds this together. It's mine. I'm proud of you for going on even though it would have been easier to stop. I'm proud of you for not giving up on yourself. Let that sink in, not as a sign of pride, but as a promise. You moved it all, which shows that fear is no longer in charge of your life. It could still talk. It will still talk. It can only talk now though. It lost the chair at the head of the table. Hold on to what I say even when my mood changes. Let them hold you up when the night is long and there are no answers. It's true that I don't change my mind about the people I call forward. What I started and you will finish with purpose, peace, and grace. You are being held. I will keep you safe step by step. The road ahead will be lit up just when your feet need to touch the ground. Now we're at the point where you need to answer. Not tomorrow. Not when you're more sure of yourself right now. What I want from you is not perfection. It is a choice. What you feel doesn't prove your faith. It's clear from the choices you make. And you have to make another choice today. You've already taken a step which made me very happy. But obedience isn't just one moment. It's the way the heart is shaped. I want you to try a new way of life in which you talk to me every day. Where you can trust me with both big and small things. Where I move with you, they shouldn't be ahead of me in fear or behind me in it. I know that some of you still need to be sure of something before making a choice. You want to be sure that what you heard was right. You need a promise that everything will be okay. But being sure isn't what faith grows on. Faith grows when you believe in my character even though you don't know what will happen. I want you to trust me instead of the results. So pray even when you're not sure. Do something even if your voice shakes. Keep going even if it seems like you're not making any progress. This list of options is not small. Each one is a stone set in the path of life. I'm building with you. Fear loses another finger every time you choose me. Let go of the need to be in charge of everything. It's safe to be in charge, but it will wear you out until you can only manage other people. It may be scary to trust someone, but it's the only thing that will lead you to safety. I'm not telling you to not be careful. You are being asked to give up. Do not forget to bring me your hopes, worries, and plans. I will put them in order. Keep your heart safe in the same way. Pay attention to what you let shape you, what you hear, what you think about a lot, what you say about your own life. Everything is important. Words are like seeds. Even the ones you grow in your own soil. Pick words that match the truth, not ones that make you afraid. Pick thoughts that make you believe, not ones that make you afraid. You are in charge of what you agree with. So, agree with what I said about you. I'm not calling you to be intense, but to be consistent. You don't have to feel passionate about being faithful. You need to make a quiet promise. Some days will be easy to obey and other days will be like pushing a heavy rock uphill. I will be with you in both, and heaven sees them both as the same. This should be the year you stop negotiating out of fear. Don't wait for other people to say yes. Stop hiding when you feel like you're being seen. You are not going without seeing. As you walk with me, a child who walks with their father is really lost. No matter how strange the road is. Now get close and calm your heart because I don't want to end with instructions. I want to end on a peaceful note. You've been under a lot of stress, so many ideas. There were so many questions that kept you up at night when you wished you could sleep. Put that weight down now. Put it in my hands where it will be safe and where it was meant to be. I will keep you safe. I used strong language today because I wanted you to remember this moment. You shocked me. Not because I thought you would fail, but because you finally had faith in me to do something. You stopped waiting for your feelings to be perfect. You stopped letting fear make the choice for you. Remember that truth long after I'm gone. I don't judge you by how other people do. I see the heart. I respect the fact that you gave up when no one was around to praise you. So, let this calm down slowly. You're not behind. You are not out of the running. We haven't forgotten about you. I've been with you in secret places, and I will be with you when the doors are wide open. Every step you take will be steady by the same hand that held your first step. That's not all you have to carry at once. To keep things clear, I will give it to you one day at a time. My voice makes things clear. In my presence, there is peace. If something makes you feel scared and guilty, you should look into it because that's not how I lead. I make art. I don't drag. There are still things you want to know. I understand you're still not sure what will happen. But listen to me. Unknown does not mean dangerous. It means you're being asked to trust me more than you can understand. I'm not trying to make you feel anxious. You are becoming more mature. And becoming more mature is a quiet thing. It's like rooms that used to be tense are getting calm again. Take a deep breath. Do not hold yourself up. Don't think so quickly. I'm already on the road ahead of you. I'm setting up what you can't set up. This is something you can't soften, but I can. I'm letting in what you can't force. Your job is not to worry. You need to stay close. When doubt comes back, which it will, don't argue about it by yourself. Bring it to me. Rest with me when you're tired, not away from me. When the old life calls, remember how heavy it really is, not how it sounds. You won't be going back because I'm taking you forward. I promised everything would be sent forward. Now, one last truth before I let you go to the next part. You no longer carry the same things you did in the past. Before you had questions that you thought were wise, you walked around with doubt and called it discernment. It was fear that you called patience. But you have proof now. Show that you can move. Proof that your heart can answer when my voice calls. You can always have that proof. It took place so no one can argue against it. You will remember this day the next time fear talks to you. You'll remember that you picked the forward option. And that memory will help you get to the next level. The one after that. This is how I raise my kids. Not in one hot second, but in 1,000 quiet ones, stacking on top of each other until the life I planned starts to stand. Right now, you are in that process. Don't look down on it. Take it. Every step you take from now on is a stone set in stone. A foundation that gets stronger and a life that gets better. Not because of your strength alone, but because of mine working through your willingness. That's enough because I'm enough for what you will face. You are enough for what I ask. This promise also includes the people you love and pray for. They are safe because I watched over them like I did with you. And your obedience makes ways for other people to walk with you one day. Now move forward, my child. Bring this peace with you everywhere you go. Let your life be the answer I kept telling you. The journey that began today is just the start. I will finish what I began in you. Say, I receive it. Amen. If you believe everything I've said about your life today, you are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit Community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open. Come with me as I walk forward. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.